going to go to eBay.com. If you type in Pokemon, I figured this out while I was doing a Patreon video. But I'm just sorting by best match Pokemon. You see there's 1,400,000 results. These first results here, the ones that you're going to see at the top, these are all ones that eBay puts here. They put them here because they're sponsored. They're paid for. They're paid to be put in those slots. The very first item that's not paid for is this right here, this 1X PSA graded Pokemon card, random near mint 7 or higher. So I'm doing a little bit of a brag here, but also it really opened my eyes this week. You know, I've always seen where you have these 25 card lots, the bulk lots, that kind of stuff going up top. But, you know, this listing I have not had up that long. But pretty much this is just a near mint 7 or higher PSA graded card that I'm selling at random. And let me see if I have anything else still on here. Like, this is literally the #1 item that eBay is recommending when you put Pokemon, just Pokemon, in the search terms. 1,400,000 items, and this is what comes up. Like, this is the top of the non-paid results. You can see right there I've got 222 sold, but I have a few others on this front page of 200 items. Let's see what else we have here. This one's a Vaporeon. Got another, got 12 booster pack lots. You get 12 random booster packs. Well, not random booster packs, those exact ones, and then a Pikachu V for $3.99. That's all 4 promos. But what I found, this item I just started selling this month, and same with this PSA 7. People don't know what they want. They want you to tell them what they want. And if you have something that can get a lot of sales and a lot of traction, it looks good, they trust you as a seller because your feedback looks good, the shipping time looks good. I mean, it's advertising free 4-day shipping, even though I have a 3 business day handling time, which I find that a little crazy that they're saying that it's going to be there in 4 days. In fact, I was looking at one at Patreon. I'm not going to show it to you guys here just because it could show one of the buyer's usernames or something like that. Which, what are you going to do with the buyer's username, right? Anybody can look up a buyer's username. But it said 2 to 4 day shipping, even though I have a 3 business day handling time. So that's false advertisement, but it looks good. So if somebody gets on here and they're looking just for Pokemon, because that's what a lot of the people who are getting on here are just looking for. They're like, hey, I know my kid probably likes Pokemon. Let me buy them something. You got parents, you got siblings, you got grandparents. You have people trying to buy party favors. You got people trying to buy birthday presents, Christmas presents, stuff that they can just give out to the kids to do chores, you know, anything like that, because they know that their kids like Pokemon. So this isn't even, you know, specific to stuffed animals or anything. Like, this is every category, just Pokemon, best match, and you can see what comes up. Stuff that is basically random lots of product. It's not individual items. I don't know if I've ever had an item sit at #1 in the best match for search results in Pokemon. This could literally be sitting at the top of search results for years on end, because it's just stuff that you're going to rotate in and out of a single listing. Like, you know how much easier it is for me to take, you know, 2 giant boxes of cards that are worth $20 and less than selling for $15, rather than taking those 2 boxes of cards and having to scan the front, scan the back, take the time to get those pictures uploaded into a listing, put them in, you know, give them their own specific title, look up the price, make sure that they're, you know, priced well against other comps, and then actually sell the product and then deal with that individual buyer. Like, it is so much harder to do that versus taking a little bit off of the price, or even squeezing, you know, around the same price of what it is actually worth, and just sticking it in a box, have one listing up, and then just sending out 50 different random cards in a single day. You have to remember, there's a whole nother side of the market where it's just people who have no idea what to buy. They just know that their kid likes Pokemon. They just know that their sibling likes Pokemon, or their grandchild, and so they type it in there and they want something that's going to look, that looks to them like it's a legitimate sale. It's going to be real. It's something that their kid would want. And if they see all those sales in there, they're going to go for it. And that's why a lot of people do search by this best match instead of lowest first, because you put lowest first in there, you're just going to hit 299-cent items. The key thing that I want you guys to take away from this right here, people don't know what they want. So sometimes if you can make sure that you're delivering a product and a service very accurately in a way that they are going to feel like they're safe in buying the product, you can sell a lot of stuff that you wouldn't be able to sell. It's similar to like a mystery product. But the problem is, if you get in there and you start selling crap, and it's always bad, your feedback, it's going to reflect that. So you need to make sure that you're selling a product that is at least worth what, you know, the price that you're asking for. And take into account the fact that you don't have to put in that extra work. So you can actually, my listing was $14.99. You know, I'm going to lose $5 in shipping or whatever, you know, and then maybe fees and that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely losing money on all of those cards anyways. But these were cards that I probably wouldn't be able to sell otherwise. Just because you graded it and you paid 15 or 20 or, you know, whatever you paid to have a card graded doesn't mean it's actually worth that. But you have to look at what it would sell for if you were trying to sell it by its individual stuff. So if that card would have sold for $17, you know, if I put it up and I waited a year, now you've got that extra liquidity and you don't have to put the extra work in. You throw it in that box, you can sell for $14.99 and you can move on. It's a way to move that product a whole lot faster. It's so bare bones that, like, you can't really go too much lower than a $14.99 PSA graded Pokemon card because of the barrier to entry and having to grade a card. I mean, it's still costs $15 just to grade a Pokemon card right now. But a lot of the cards that I'm putting in there are cards that didn't hit that 10, where if they'd hit a 10, maybe I'd doubled up. But because they didn't, you know, if they're a 9, 8, possibly a 7, then I'm going to lose a little bit of money, and that's okay. But I get to move that inventory, and I don't have to worry so much about having to deal with an overflow of that extra inventory that's just sitting in there. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video, and I'll try to have more out soon.